Hi kids, I'm Storytime Pup, and welcome to the Storytime Pup Show. I'm so glad you came by to play. I love when my friends come by to play, and you're one of my friends. Are you ready to have fun? Let's see what we're going to do today. Magic marker, show us what we're going to do today. Yay! It's storybook time! We love storybook time! In today's book, we're going to be going back in time. Back in time when dinosaurs roamed the earth. I'm going to be reading a very special book today called Simply Sammy, written by a very, very good friend of mine, Billy Lauko, who also did the incredible illustrations. Are you ready? Here we go. Hello. Welcome to the story. You came in just in time. We're about to start. Our tale begins long ago, in a special place called Fossil Park. Fossil Park is a prehistoric paradise filled with beautiful forests, deep pools of refreshing water, and snow-capped mountains. With all the sunlight you'd ever want, Fossil Park was the place to be. And who lives in Fossil Park, you ask? I'll tell you. All kinds of interesting creatures. Creatures that make the landscape look dull in comparison. And what are those creatures, you ask? I'll quit stalling and just tell you. They're dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, large and small, make their home in this park. They live everywhere from the deep depths of the water to the sky above the mountain peaks, way, way up, and everywhere in between. The plant-eaters are short and stocky, with bodies built like armor. No, not that kind of armor, silly. Their skin was their armor, and it was tough and thick, with spikes everywhere from their heads to their tails. Some plant-eaters, like the Triceratops, had shields built on their heads. Others, like the Stegosaurus, had tails with battering rams attached at the end. Speaking of battering rams, some even had one for a head. Others were so tall, they could use a ladder as a step stool. The hunters, on the other hand, were large, fast, and fierce. They sported long, sharp teeth and huge legs, perfect for running. No one got into the way of these toughies. But I think I'm getting carried away. Our story is much, much smaller. Our story is about Sammy. Sammy is the opposite of all that stuff. Sammy isn't strong, large, tough, or scary. The reason this was a problem is because Sammy is a baby T-Rex, one who just happens to be getting ready for his first day at Hatchling Elementary. Every morning since Sammy hatched, he watched as the older T-Rex kids walked to school together. They were big, scary, had sharper teeth, bigger claws, and longer legs. They were everything Sammy wanted to be. Like I said, Sammy wasn't large, scary, or strong. In fact, he was very small, especially for a T-Rex hatchling. Sammy did not have sharp teeth. Just look in his mouth. His legs were short and stumpy, so he couldn't run very fast. Even his tail looked funny. He barely had one, it was so short. He looked goofy compared to the other T-Rex kids. When Sammy's parents dropped him off for the first day at school, he couldn't help but notice how popular his parents were. It may have been, no, it had to have been how scary they were. The other dinosaurs respected their scaritude, he thought. When Sammy's parents left him with his class, he looked around and noticed a bunch of plant-eaters around him. They were friendly, but he told them he couldn't talk. He had a mission to accomplish. He had to impress the older T-Rex kids. Sammy puffed up his chest, stood as tall as he could, and he marched over to introduce himself. The other T-Rex kids just laughed at how small and friendly-looking he was. The plant eaters could tell that Sammy was heartbroken and thoughtfully told him that he could be their friend. Sammy thanked them, but he was on a mission. He had to find a way to impress those T-Rex kids. When Sammy went home, he began to think, how could he get those kids to like him? He couldn't bite them to show them he was tough. His teeth were too small. His legs were so short, he couldn't outrun them. In fact, he could barely balance when he ran because his tail was so short. That's when he got it. He finally had a plan. The next day, Sammy went to school with a pair of rocks strapped to his feet. It made him taller and made his footsteps heavier. Surely his new height would make him scarier, he thought. But the rocks were too round, and they made it hard to walk. It wasn't long before he slipped and fell on his face. His attempt to fit in got him noticed, but not in the way he had hoped. The T-Rex kids only laughed and called him Slippery Sam. He had a few bumps and bruises, so the Nursosaurus bandaged him all up. That, unfortunately, only made things worse. The T-Rex kids just laughed even more and renamed him with a fun new nickname, Mummysaurus Rex. You would think Sammy would have learned his lesson at this point, but no. His failure only caused him to try out some even sillier attempts to join the group. He tied together some sticks and feathers and hoped to impress everybody by flying like a pterodactyl. But the T-Rex kids just called him Pterodorctal. He stuck some carrots in his mouth to make his teeth look bigger and sharper, but his trick didn't work, and he just got called Salad Breath. He even tried to speed down a snow-covered hill in order to surprise the T-Rex kids, but ended up slipping and falling headfirst into a pile of snow. I bet you guessed it, he got another new name, Samsicle. But he did accidentally invent snowboarding, so that's a plus. For some reason, he tried to be a pterodactyl again, but he just crashed and got called T-Rex. Finally, he decided to tie some bones to the end of his tail to make it longer, but the idea just creeped him out, so he didn't even wear it to school. He still got a nickname that day, though. The T-Rex kids called him Shrimpy. Upon seeing Sammy so upset, the plant eaters couldn't stay quiet anymore. They wanted to let Sammy find his own way, but they just couldn't watch such a nice dinosaur fail any longer. To put Sammy at ease, they revealed that nobody liked the T-Rex kids. They weren't cool. They were mean and scary, and because of that, they had no friends except for each other. Everybody loved Sammy, though, exactly the way he was. They wanted Sammy to be their friend because he was funny and friendly. Sammy realized the mistakes he had been making. There's no problem with being yourself. He could have had friends all along. Friends that liked him for who he was, not somebody he was pretending to be. He simply had to be himself. He simply had to be Sammy. Once he realized this, he became the happiest and possibly the most popular dinosaur Hatchling Elementary ever saw. The end. I really like that book, and boy, those illustrations are incredible. And there's an important lesson in there, too. Your real friends love you just for who you are. You don't have to try to impress them. So be happy with yourself, just the way you are. A great big thank you to my buddy Billy Lauko for that incredible book. You can read more about Billy Lauko and his books by looking in the description below. Wasn't that great? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click on the thumbs up button below. Moms, dads, and adults, please leave your and your children's comments below. This way we know what shows you like, so we can make more of them. There's one more thing that we always do at the end of every show. Magic glasses. Magic glasses lets me see some of my friends who came to play. Maybe I'll see you today. Magic glasses, that's the way. Show me my friends who came to play. Okay, now everyone smile and wave and let me see if I see you. Oh, I see Billy and Doreen. Oh, there's Kara. Oh, hi, Sammy. And Terry, Oh, there's Jacob and Donald. Oh, hi, Joseph. Oh, there's Patrick and Lorraine and Christy and Dwayne. Oh, hi, Larna and Alicia. I see a lot of my friends waving at me. Did I see you today? If not, maybe I'll see you next time. Make sure you check back soon, because we'll be adding a bunch of new shows every week. Make sure you have an adult. Click on the subscribe button right here. That way you won't miss any of the fun. Moms and dads, make sure you visit the Storytime Pup website to sign up for our great free giveaways. We have giveaways for books, CDs, DVDs, t-shirts, and other great stuff. Sign up just once, and you'll have a chance for all the drawings to come. And kids, don't forget to tell your friends about Storytime Pup. And before I go, here's a great big hug for all my friends. Thanks for stopping by to play. I'll see you real soon. Bye now. The fun's not over yet, kids. Click below for more fun videos. There's children's books, Let's Pretend, and games. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking right here.